Was I there? Oh, I was there, closer than anyone else. Let's just say that Jesus and I were seeing eye to eye. Who am I? Well, I was one of the thieves on the cross next to Jesus, my partner in crime. Literally, he's the one that was over there on my left. You see, we were robbers. My partner there, along with others, lived in caves in the hills near the road that led from Jericho to Jerusalem. We made our living by violence. But we wouldn't take on people traveling in groups that pass. They caravan together for safety. Our target was families, traveling alone, the occasional fool all by himself, an easy pick. This was our life. I know that this was not what my mother or father dreamed would be my future, but things just never worked out for me. A guy has to eat, right? All was good until that Roman patrol showed up. The others ran off and got away, but the soldiers caught up with the two of us. They beat us silly and then dragged us into Jerusalem. The sound of the jail cell still clangs in my ear. There was no mercy for the likes of us. Our trials came and went, for there was no defense for our actions. We'd gotten away with a life of crime for a long time, but not anymore. Our sentence included a large wooden cross that we would have to lug up that hill outside of town, a place known as the Skull. I've seen crosses up there so many times before, but I never thought that one of them would have my name on it, that I would be on it. Not that I didn't deserve it. Oh, we all do things that aren't so nice, or things that we regret. In that sense, you're no different than me. I believe the Jews around here call that sin. Well, the day of our judgment was upon us. I remember it being a Friday, but within my cell I could hear all kinds of commotion going on outside. People were shouting and yelling. The chant of crucify him, grew louder and louder. People were relentless. It was obvious that someone was going to be joining us up on that hill. Who? Guards led us out. The soldiers beat us and whipped us. We struggled under the weight of our crosses. Not long after being raised up on that tree, through the excruciating pain, I saw him coming. The man was dripping in blood before he even got there. What had they done to him? Who was he? That's when I heard through the crowd that it was Jesus. I'd heard that name before. The stories of his teaching, the amazing things he had done were everywhere. I think he even saw him and his band of disciples pass by us nearly a week ago as they were heading to Jerusalem. I so wanted to see him. Not like this. Not from my cross to his. The crowd grew around us as they raised him up on his cross. Most crucifixions were a lonely experience, with no one around as the guilty died a very slow and painful death. But not today. It seemed like all the Jewish people showed up. Yes, there were a few women crying for him, but there were more just continuing to hurl insults at him, even as he was nailed there next to me. I remember hearing one of their teachers shout out, "If you're some kind of Messiah, come down from that cross." And even my friend started yelling at him, "Are you not the Christ? Save yourself and us." I yelled back over at him, "Do you not fear God? Can't you see that we're going to die just like he is? We deserve what has come upon us. This is our due reward for our deeds. But this man has done nothing wrong." I took a deep breath, and looking at Jesus, I knew. Don't ask how, but I just knew that Jesus was who he says he was. And looking at him, I said, "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom." And though he was exhausted, in excruciating pain, his back oozing with blood and laboring for each breath, he looked at me with eyes filled with compassion and said, "Truly I say to you today, you will be with me in paradise." What amazing words. Nearly the last words to ever come out of his mouth. They were for me. Though I too was hanging on a cross of death, I now had a new hope. Hope that I cannot explain. Hope is certain and sure. For this man, this Jesus is who he says he is. Was I there? Oh, how thankful that I was there.